Okay, here's the Riemann sum, general. And all this says that the C sub I has to be between C sub I is less than or equal to X sub I plus 1 and greater than or equal to X sub I minus 1. That's all it says. So here we could just, without even seeing a picture, we could throw this together because we have F and we have the C sub I's all given to us, as well as the X sub I's. But you'll have to calculate each delta X separately. And of course, each C sub I is given. So you have, it helps to just sort of map it out this way. We're going from 0 to 2 pi. And you have sine wave here. So, so this is pi here, and this is pi over 2, 3 pi over 2. Okay, and so we have an interval in here, x sub 0, x sub 1, so pi over 4. And so this distance in here, this is our first delta x sub 1, and it's equal to pi over 4 minus 0. Okay, now the second one, x goes from x sub 1 to x sub 2 is pi over 3. So that is about in here. So that distance, just indicated in here, whoops. In here, this distance, that is our delta x sub 2. My thickness. Okay, delta x sub 2. And that would be pi over 3 minus pi over 4. The next one, if you come up in here, you'll see x sub 3 is equal to a pi. So that's over here. That's x sub 3. So delta x sub 3 will be the x sub 3, which is a pi, minus the pi over 3. Okay, and then you have x sub 4 is 2 pi. So finally we get, that's, now this one was in here. That was delta x sub 3. The next one is in here. That's delta x sub 4. So that delta x sub 4 would be 2 pi minus pi. So this is pi over 4. This is 4 minus 3 is pi over 12. And this is, let's see, 2 pi over 3. And this is pi. So these are the delta x sub i's that I need for each computation. Now the c sub i's are given. We can see them in here. C sub 1, C sub 2, C sub 3, C sub 4. Okay, so just a matter now of throwing this all together. So we have that this is the sum, so we'll have sine of C sub 1, which is pi over 6, times the delta x sub 1, which is a pi over 4, plus the sine of C sub 2, which is pi over 3, times a pi over 4. I'm sorry, not pi over 4, pi over 12. That's our delta x sub 2. I'll write another one here, plus sine of, now my C sub 3 is 2 pi over 3. And my delta x sub 3, I calculated as also 2 pi over 3. Okay. Pi minus the pi over 3. And then my last term is the sine of our C sub I was 3 pi over 2. And my delta x sub 4 was a pi. So this is it, whatever this comes out to be. Now sine of pi over 6 is half times pi over 4 plus sine of pi over 3, which is root 3 over 2 times pi over 12, plus sine of 2 pi over 3, which is root 3 over 2 times 2 pi over 3, plus the sine of 3 pi over 2, which is a negative 1 times pi. So I think we could get this together. I mean, it's going to be kind of a messy looking number, but we could certainly factor out a pi. And let's see, what else can we do? 2 cancels. So looks like 12. Let's factor out pi over 12. Okay, so that would give us, let's see, 3. Well, okay, I'm going to reverse my decision here. I'm going to pull out a 24. And that's going to leave a 3 as my first term. And my second term will be root 3. My third term will be 8 root 3. And my fourth term would be a minus 24. So that's pi over 24. Let's see, we'll have 9 root 3 minus 21. Okay, we can factor out a 3 to make that pi over 8 times 3 root 3 minus 7. It's not, it's just a number. We don't even know what this number represents because it's not area. Not when you have negative values for your function. You can't consider it to be area. So it's just a number that we calculated using a Riemann sum. But the point of the problem is that it shows how to, you can calculate one of these sums in any way that you really want. It doesn't mean you're going to have an answer that represents anything special. Okay,